Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I You could say like this video is like more of a follow-up video of the previous one, like chase something for the sake of it, right? Well, this one's like a little more personal and a lot more nuanced, as I'm about to explain. So it's about rigidism, this one in specific. What do I mean by this? Let me start with a story, right? Yesterday night, I couldn't sleep. And it's been like this maybe like for a year and a half. Weekly, at least once, there's a day that I just cannot sleep. And it's not the fact that, I didn't, okay, they do play a factor, but then it's mostly my state of mind that's keeping me awake. Not like the how cold the room is, none of that. Is mostly my perpetuating thoughts that keep me awake. And yesterday in specific, I thought about my 11th grade and how I really wanted to do things differently, because as a result of who I was, I cut off and unfairly hurt a lot of people. And this carried over to me in 12th as well. And this is something I very deeply regret, right? Like what I did at the time, it didn't seem to me as inherently wrong, but then now I regret every second of it and somewhat try to make peace with it, right? But here's the issue: like I just wanna impart this kind of wisdom onto you. So like, fuck it, man. I hope you have a good night's sleep, like, and don't ruin your fucking sleep over something like this, like me, for like the past week. And I don't even know if this peacemaking will, get rid of these thoughts once and for all, right? There's no guarantee of that. What do I mean by this rigidity, right? You have a certain set of beliefs that, are the truth to you, right? There's nothing wrong with believing in what you think is true, but to expect the world to fall into place according to your beliefs is delusion on steroids. I was there. Don't worry. Okay, like you're not like if you did, you're not stupid. I was there too. Right? I expected people to just accept me for who I am. And I expected like regardless of the way I act, they should have no complaints over it because that's my belief. Bullshit. I'll tell you that first and foremost. That's the biggest bullshit I've that is ever expected out of mankind, to think that your worldview is the right worldview, right? So many fucking people live with this delusion, and so many people expect the world to cater to their delusion. That never happens. And I'll tell you this honestly, right? The world, nature, mother nature, God, whatever you want to call it, is very indifferent to your existence, bro. Or it's just like whoever's watching this video, right? They, like, the world really doesn't care about you that, like, as much as you think it does. It really doesn't. Like, it's indifferent to you. That's freeing in some way, but also dreadful to think about. It's like an existential dread of sorts, right? You cannot expect the world to go according to your whims and fancy, because quite frankly it goes according to nobody's whims and fancies. It does what it wants and we're just riding the wave. That's all we're doing. And if you attach yourself overly to the belief, you will end up hurting a lot of people just because they believe differently, right? Like what I'm saying is, like, if they have even a slight worldview change or the way you believe something, not everybody is going to believe in that same version of that belief. Like, does that make sense? Like, for example, if I believe in absurdism, and if I ask another quote unquote absurdist what absurdism means, he could define it differently. And the thing is, if you say my version of absurdism is the right one, it will never work out for you. You will never be an amiable person ever. You will like lose people, you will lose relationships, you will lose people, like dearness and a sense of belonging where you are. This happened to me in college because of me just constantly trying to, oh, I am this, therefore I fit in this box and every one of you is wrong, get away from me. I was extremely condescending. It makes you extremely condescending to have rigidity to beliefs. I say this much, right? There's nothing wrong in believing something. There's nothing wrong in that. But to say yours is the right way and the world should shape itself around me is ridiculous. That's all I'm trying to say, really. And try not to make any belief of yours that rigid. Right? It could be anything. It could be a philosophy. It could be a religion. Like I said it, I don't care. It's mostly down to these two things. Politics. Fuck me, politics. Like there are so many people who obsess over these three things. Let this dictate their life and quite honestly lose the point of living in the first place. Is to understand one another, know what they have to say, and constantly evolve. Right? If there is truth presented to you, or if there is something valuable you can take away from another person's advice, rather than saying, oh, that goes against my belief, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that makes sense. Like, if you are truly religious or whatever, that's fine to some extent, but you at least owe them the obligation of hearing them out first without just immediately dismissing them for the nature of the beings they are. Right? What I'm saying is, like, personal belief, right? If something is of benefit to you and you've heard it from somebody, like, let's say, even somebody who's opposed to you, like who has a completely different worldview, even if that is right, that benefits you at the end of the day. And I think that is really what like evolution subconsciously is about taking bits and pieces from the experiences we've had and what we've learned and mesh it into our own so we can live the best life possible. Right? The best life possible comes from seeing all sides of the spectrum, not just yours, and being blind to the rest. Right? So what I'm trying to say is, don't overly hold too tightly onto anything, because at the end of the day you're a fleeting dream of the universe. You're the all singing, all dancing shit of the world. Nobody really cares. Okay? And I feel like at some deep part of myself, your belief isn't going to save you from the indifference of existence. So at the very least, make it a little more enjoyable to be, and also for people to be around you. Thank you for watching.